If there's one thing that everyone loves and it comes in a jar, I know you think I'm gonna say peanut butter, I know you think I'm gonna say Nutella, but it is not, because people are allergic to chocolate, people are allergic to nuts. It is cookie butter. Everybody loves this stuff. Biscoff, Speculoos, I don't know how to pronounce it, but everybody loves cookie butter. It's delicious. How can you not like cookies that have been pulverized and turned into a spread? Instead of eating your cookies, you can take a cookie and spread it with more cookie and eat that. It is amazing. It's delicious, but there is a problem. It's insanely high calorie. This stuff is dangerous. 2 tablespoons is 175 calories, and it's a calorie bomb in a jar. At least in peanut butter, you get good fats from peanuts, but in this, it's just a bunch of bad oils like sunflower oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, palm oil, soybean oil. Just why are there so many oils in this thing? I don't know, but none of them sound good like olive oil or coconut oil. So yeah, this stuff is not, I mean, you knew this and I knew this, but it's just not healthy. There's a place for it if you want to fit it in your diet, but it's just hard to fit it in. I mean, you can't have that much, or if you do have a lot, then it's just a big chunk of your calories are gone. So we're gonna make a giant Biscoff cookie with a frosting with all the flavors of Biscoff, but we're not gonna use any Biscoff at all. So how are we gonna get the flavors? There's a secret ingredient, and we'll get to it in a little bit, but first, we need to beat some egg whites to give this cookie some volume. And I have 4 egg whites cracked in this bowl, so I don't crack egg whites on camera anymore because I'm not good at cracking egg whites, and it literally takes me 6 hours to crack 4 eggs, but they're real eggs, not egg whites from a carton. And the yolks, I know some people hate using fresh eggs to make recipes like this because they just think they're wasting the yolks, and it's so sad. And at least the factory can give you your egg whites in a carton and send the yolks to Cheesecake Factory so they can make cheesecake out of it. But guys, I don't waste the yolks. I put them in a bowl, and then I have the privilege of having a dog that absolutely loves egg yolks. And so I just throw one of these in the microwave, cook it up, make an egg yolk only omelet, and give it to my dog. And if I want to volumize enough, because I eat high volume, the dog needs to eat high volume, I throw some sweet potato or some carrots mashed up or some pumpkin mashed up with the egg yolk, make a pancake, give it to my dog. Amazing. So if you don't like using real eggs, which you can't use carton egg whites because it's just not going to whip up the same, so use real eggs. If you're worried about wasting the yolks and you don't want to waste them, well, no big deal. Just go get a dog. You see those beating sticks in the back? I can't call them beating. That sounds so abusive. You see those whiskers? You see those whisking sticks in the back? We're going to use those to whip these egg whites. I got them plugged in, I got them ready. Let's take some cream of tartar. Sprinkle it in. This just helps the egg whites foam up and fluff up easier. And let's start beating. And once the egg whites have started to get a bit foamy, they're not super thick yet, they're still runny, but it's thicker than it was before, it's a bit foamy. We're gonna add 2 things. The first thing is gonna be 60 grams of erythritol. As you can see, it says plant-based sugar alternative. So I'm vegan now, guys. Egg whites are vegan because the chicken was vegan. And we're also gonna add 10 grams of cornstarch. And now we beat round 2. So I beat that for 3 whole minutes, and it is super thick, it is super fluffy. In 1 minute, it's gonna look like this, but just keep beating it for 3 whole minutes and it gets really, really, really thick. This is the texture. You scoop some, and then you flip your spatula, and you see that? It's not going anywhere. That's when you know you're ready and you've reached the optimal thickness. So let's put some stuff into this. The first thing we need is just a pinch of salt to bring out all the flavors. The second thing we need is a packet of sweetener. I like my things real sweet, so Biscoff is sweet, this cookie needs to be sweet, and the secret ingredient right here. I was on the lookout to make low-calorie Biscoff spread. I did my research. I found out there's something called a Speculoos seasoning, and it has a bunch of stuff in it, and I was trying to make it, and I was like, I'm gonna nail this Biscoff flavor, but this will make your life so much easier. It is so much better to just get this. This is Lorianne's cookie butter emulsion. I don't know who Lorianne is, but she's amazing for making this. So Lorianne, I love you. Thank you for making cookie butter emulsion. This stuff is pure Biscoff in a bottle. It is amazing. I have cookie butter right here and this extract right here. Of course, cookie butter smells good, but this stuff smells like this, but 10 times stronger. It's like the strongest cookie butter I've ever smelled. It is, doing this side by side is insane. This smells weak. This is just so much stronger, which makes sense because it's an extract, right? This is gonna give us all the cookie butter flavor we want, all the cookie butter flavor we need. I'm gonna put in 10 grams of this. And it's like a syrup consistency. It's not just like a liquidy extract, it's kind of thick, kind of like a maple syrup, but thinner. So let's mix this up one more time really quick. We already have the meringue thick and ready. We just need to get the cookie butter emulsion mixed in throughout. And if you want to get some cookie butter emulsion, it's not too expensive. I'll have the link down below. This parchment paper is used. I've been making this cookie a lot because, you know, I gotta get the sweetness down. I gotta get the ingredients right. And you can reuse parchment paper a few times. It says it on the box. I didn't invent the rules. Spray it with some oil. Look at this thickness. I mean, like, come on. What have we done here? Let's throw all this right on. And just like that, we have a igloo. So the baking on this, 325 for 1 hour. I know it's a long time, but be patient, stick with me. It's gonna be good and it's worth it. That's just the best temperature I've found and the best amount of time to get this real good. I started my oven. And I didn't realize it was loaded with stuff. Melted plastic, just what you like to see. So I don't know what to use to clean the melted plastic that's at the bottom of my oven. So I can't use a paper napkin because that would burn. So I'm just gonna use this Costco protein bar box. Paper towel roll from recycling. Oh yeah, there we go. That's doing the job. More cardboard. And now time to put this in the oven, 325 degrees for 1 hour. Nothing went wrong, guys. Everything's okay. Let's move on to the next parts of the recipe. It literally smells like I'm in a crayon factory just melting crayons because the smell in this kitchen it's horrible right now because this thing melted in the oven. But I mean, you live and you learn. That is thrown away. Let's make some Biscoff spread, some creamy Biscoff spread, of course, without using actual Biscoff, but we're gonna have all the flavors and the creaminess that Biscoff spread has. It starts with 100 grams of Greek yogurt. So there are a few ingredients in Biscoff cookie butter that we're gonna use in a different way to add those same flavors into this spread. And so one ingredient on here is brown sugar syrup. Instead, we're gonna use our favorite ingredient, sugar-free syrup. 30 grams of this is going in. And to get those same roasted cookie vibes, we're gonna use some butterscotch pudding mix. If you don't have butterscotch pudding mix, it's completely fine. Use vanilla or use white chocolate pudding mix. Those work great too. And I've used both of those and they taste delicious, but butterscotch, it just gives you that buttery cookie butter kind of taste. 7 grams of this. And another ingredient in Biscoff is cinnamon. It literally just straight up says cinnamon on the jar. So that just means a tiny pinch of cinnamon. We don't want too much cinnamon. We don't want this tasting like a cinnamon bun or a cinnamon roll. No, just a tiny pinch. Just like you would use a pinch of salt, a pinch of cinnamon. And speaking of pinch of salt, 20 grams of erythritol and a packet of sweetener go in to make this extra sweet because Greek yogurt is tangy and we don't want any tanginess in our creamy Biscoff spread. And last but not least, we need some of our cookie butter emulsion because that's what's gonna make this taste like Biscoff. So 15 grams of this sounds like a lot, but we need that cookie butter flavor just hitting us, punching us in the face with this spread. So 15 grams. Now that we got everything in this bowl, let's give this a whisk. And since we already have our mixing sticks out, we're just gonna use those. Look at this creamy spread right here, that color. Just like Biscoff. If you smell both of these side by side, I promise you, you will believe me if you do this. This smells so much better. It's not even comparable. So give it a quick taste. That is perfect. Nailed the sweetness on the money. If you want it more sweet, if you like your thing super sweet, feel free to add some more sugar, free sugar into this, or a packet of sweetener. But for me, it is perfect. It gives me those roasty cookie vibes. So we got a bowl full of spread. Toss this in the fridge, let it chill on the side. Good thing we got our cookie that needs to bake for an hour, so that's gonna have just enough time to thicken up. And I will see you when the cookie's ready. It has been a long, hard hour, but this dough is ready. Look at this. So smooth, so puffy. It's soft right now, but just give it some time. I promise you, it's gonna get crispy, it's gonna get crunchy. Let's just let it rest. Give it 15 minutes to just sit there, chill, and get colder. Look at this cookie. I'm telling you, what did I say when I said it's gonna get hard? Listen, no softness, and the frosting has thickened up. You could see that spread, that consistency. So I'm putting it right on, and then I'm just gonna push it around in a circular motion to get it to go all over. A giant Biscoff cookie with Biscoff spread right on top. I can't wait any longer. Ooh, that was just cookie, no spread. But that texture is amazing. It's so crispy and crumbly, and then the inside has that soft texture. But let's just take a bite with the spread before I rip it apart. Oh man, when that spread hits, I'm in another world. Ooh, all right, ready? Right there. Look at that. Oh man, do you see that inside? I'm getting hit with cookie butter vibes from all angles. That spread would be good on so many things. There's only one thing that's needed to balance out the sweetness. A good cup of coffee. You knew what was coming. Oh my God, that spread dripping. Ooh. Go make this. This will satisfy any cookie butter craving you have. I guarantee you, I promise, because you did it for me. So, thank you so much for watching the video. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you in the next video.